We asked our AllEars.net community on Facebook, what's one thing you wish you would have packed on your last trip to Disney World?
A common answer from our readers was better shoes. A lot of them wish that they would have packed better shoes on their last trip. And I gotta say, I feel this one deeply in my core. Despite the fact that I live here and have literally all of my shoes, I somehow still always wear the wrong shoes. What's up with that?
Half of it's okay, but for you, half of it's for comfort reasons, and sometimes you wear the wrong shoes for sunburn reasons. So like that's on you.
I was gonna say it's the pale factor. That's what's getting Quincy, because I've seen those tan lines. I had tan lines from my last trip.
Tan alone.
I sent her a picture. I was like, Quincy, look, my feet look like yours, because I had like the same sandal tan.
Well, here's the thing. That pair of shoes, so my favorite pair of shoes to wear in the parks are Chacos, because they're orthopedic and I have very high arches, and they are waterproof and they dry very quickly. And it's Florida, so you're getting wet because the sky's going to rain constantly. So Chacos are my favorite pair of shoes to wear to the park. What that meant is that I would get my feet would sunburn and then subsequently tan. And so now I have these nightmarish tan lines, and I went to Victoria and Albert's, and I have these horrible nightmare tan lines on my feet, and they won't go away. It's like I haven't worn those shoes in forever. It's getting cooler. The tan lines are still there. They're still going strong. Also, I wore through the soles of those shoes. That's why I haven't been wearing them, is because I wore completely through the soles because I love them so much. Beth G said, you have to bring better shoes, and she added, ouch. Does anybody have any painful shoe stories? Because I want to hear them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So when I think about going to Disney World, I'm an outfit person. Like, my outfit has to look good. It has to match the part.
Yes.
You know, like from head to toe. So I am not one of those people that's like, oh, I need tennis shoes for comfort. I'm like, I need cute shoes that match my outfit. So one time back in like 2018, I found the cutest pair of shoes. They are red with white polka dots. They have big bows on them like Minnie Mouse. They are the cutest shoes I've ever seen, and I wear them every single time that I go to a park. But the first time I wore them, I did not wear them ahead of time. I did not break them in, and they're Vans. My heels were just ripped apart. Ripped apart. It was gross. It hurt.
Just eviscerated.
Yeah, and it was rough, and I didn't want to walk at all for the rest of my trip, and trip wasn't over yet, so that was unfortunate, but they're very cute shoes, so it was worth it.
You definitely touched on something I think that's important that people don't think about sometimes. When you're thinking about comfort of shoes, they think about like, what pair am I going to pick? But even if you get the most comfortable pair of shoes, you still need to do some sort of breaking in ahead of time. Like either like go to the gym, hit the treadmill, just go for walks around the house. If you don't have time, you guys know like the water in the Ziploc bag trick where you like fill a Ziploc bag with water.
Explain this magic.
Yes. So you fill a Ziploc bag with water, well, two of them one for each of your shoes. You fill it up to a size that fits inside your shoe, and you put it in the freezer. And because water expands when it freezes, it's a way to stretch out your shoes without having to like take the time to walk around.
What?
Whoa.
Oh.
Big brain.
Big brain. Wow.
Sage is skeptical.
Why are you skeptical about science?
It's not science. It's ice in my shoes that I'm like medium about. Like
it's in a plastic bag.
But okay.
It's not gonna get your shoes wet.
Okay, hold on. Condensation and moisture is a very real thing. I don't want to hear it. But listen, okay, hold on. All right, just hot take here, because I will say, speaking of hot take, because it does get hot often, especially at Disney World. I see a lot of people. This might be a hot take. I see a lot of people in like flip-flops, and I think flip-flops are probably the least comfortable shoes I would recommend to anyone to wear at a theme park. Like it seems nice because it's easy, it's gonna be hot, like I don't want sweaty whatever, and just walking. I don't want sweaty toes. Do people get sweaty toes? I don't know. Anyway.
Speaking of condensation.
Yeah, ew, gross. But okay, so it gets messy, and literally anyway. Because of the way your muscles have to work when like you're like gripping onto flip flops, I've never been more uncomfortable in a Disney park except when I was wearing flip flops. That was my ultimate foot hurt moment. Was I wore flip flops all day, and it was the worst mistake I could have made, hands down.
If there's one thing I don't want, it's a blister between my toes. But I will say, we have a reporter, and our reporters are in the parks more than even any of us who like film, besides the ones who are also reporters, every single day checking out what's new. We had a reporter who swore that the only shoe worth wearing in theme parks was a flip-flop. And she wore them every single day.
Is she a hobbit?
No way.
No, that would be barefoot. But I will say another like trick, if you want to bring those super cute Minnie Mouse shoes, but don't have time to break them in and don't have time to put ice in your shoes, or don't want to, another option is to just bring a comfy pair as well. So bring that old pair of sneakers that you've already broken in that you wear when you paint or run. I don't know. What do people do? And then bring those, toss them in your park bag. I know shoes are a bulky thing to have in a park bag, but if you're already bringing a lot of stuff, easy to toss in, or just keep them at the hotel and run back for them if you need them. That way you can wear those cute shoes, get the outfit pics, look adorable, and then put on your garbage sneakers to be happy. Or just get moleskin, which is like a moleskin you can get it at like drugstores. They have it at the hotels too. It's just expensive. And it's these like fabric sheets that stick to your heels or wherever you're getting a blister and help block the blistering, which is what I had to use because I was wearing a new pair of shoes at Harry Potter World recently, and I got blisters so bad on my heels that a random woman, when you get a blister and you like leave your heel out of the shoe, a random woman walked up to me and said, "Hey," and handed me a Band-Aid.
Like, that's when you know. That's when you know.
And she was like, "I saw your heel." And I was like, "This is really nice, but also, oh my gosh." Like, what is happening right now? But I did put the Band-Aid on my heel because I was in pain.
Hey, Hannah, have you heard of the baking method in order to, break in a shoe?
I don't trust you.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna put dough into your shoe. You're gonna put dough into your shoe, and then you're gonna put your shoe in an oven and let the bread expand, right? It's gonna bake, it's gonna expand, and it'll break in your shoe. You see how that makes sense?
Sage.
Why are you arguing with science, Hannah?
There's one problem with that. Bread is not as hard as ice. That's the only problem.
No. The problem is that you're actually thinking that I'm serious, and that's the problem. See, neither of these make sense.
All right, new short or real idea. We test out the shoe stretching ice method.
Yes, I think
done.
Sage has to do it.
Yeah, find a pair of shoes you're gonna stick in the oven.
No, you know what? I'll do the ice theory. You do the baking theory, and that's what we'll do.
We'll test it. That's
you get to ruin a pair of my shoes.
You trade shoes and ruin them for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say Elizabeth W. definitely agrees that moleskin helps with blisters. And Sandra B. just kind of sums it up pretty simply, saying more comfy shoes. Apparently, Sandra had a pair, but maybe wanted more comfy shoes. Well, bring 10 pairs. No one is stopping you. No one's stopping you from bringing 10 pairs of shoes.
Well, when I was not a local and I was doing a Disney trip, because my shoes got super duper, like my comfortable shoes got super wet on a water ride, like I wasn't able to wear them the next day because they were still like super gross. And even when I put them in like in the sun, like on the little balcony thing, it still like didn't dry out, and I couldn't wear them the next day. And so then I had to wear I think that was the next day when I wore flip-flops because I didn't have anything. And so I guess bringing more, maybe multiple pairs.
If only you had an oven. Could have dried them off real quick.
One last thing I want to do real quick is I want to rapid fire everyone's favorite brand of shoe to wear to the theme parks. Fine, I already said Chacos. Fry Bucket?
Any kind of tennis shoe.
Hannah?
Clark sandals.
Okay, and Sage?
I'm an Adidas guy.
Cool. Better shoes.
All All right, our next topic of conversation of things we wish that we had packed on our last trip to Disney World is all of the little things you tend to forget. So there's a lot in this section. We've got things like medicine or ponchos or little things, obviously, that you're not going to think about, but once you get to Disney World, you realize, oh no, I need this. Where can I grab it? So first, we're going to start with medicine. So if you take medicine, you're obviously going to need it on your Disney trip. You need to make sure that you have enough so that you don't run out. What happens if you do run out? I don't know. Oh no, we're in Disney World. Where are we going to find it?
Hang on though. Even if you don't regularly take medicine, bring medicine.
True.
Disney World is a rough and tumble place. It's hard on the body.
No, this is bias. Because Quincy is a fragile Victorian child. And the smallest stick of a blast will knock her on her back. So take this with a grain of salt. I do think that you should bring medicine, but you're not fighting for your life the same way that Quincy is.
One of my park must-dos is a bag of pills. It's a bag, must brings in my bag. There's a Ziploc bag of Pepto pills, ibuprofen, Excedrin, Midol, whatever I might need that day. Tums.
Yeah. And sometimes she doesn't even know what pills are going in there. She's just throwing pills in a bag and just maybe one day she'll need them.
No, that's literally true because I'm always running late. As these people will tell you, I do tend to run late. And I'm always running late and I'm like, oh my god, my pill bag is empty. So I'm just grabbing handfuls, throwing them in there. I look before I take them. I don't just take a random cocktail of pills, but bag of pills, I recommend it. Things are hard out there. Sometimes you're on mission space. You need medicine after that. Sometimes you're eating so much more cheese than you've ever eaten in your life. Sometimes you're lactose intolerant. You don't do anything to combat that, so you do need the lactate. Listen. But it happens to the best of us.
It does. So just take what Quincy says down a few notches, because most people are not like Quincy.
Now, the good news is if you find yourself in need of medicine, and there is none, you have a couple options.
Yes.
For one, the first aid centers in the park do have medicine that you can take, headache pills and stuff like that. Just go in and let them know what's going on, and they will let you know if they have something to help you or not. They'll ask you your preference on medicine out of the options they have. They do dosages complimentary, so it's obviously not something to do all the time, but when you need it, it's there. At the hotels and in a lot of the gift shops, there's what I call the essentials wall, which has your moleskin, and it also has your medicine. Now, it's expensive.
I was gonna say.
And then, if you forget a prescription, there are drugstores around Disney that you could drive or Uber to. You also have prescription delivery, which is an option, and you can learn more about that on AllEars.net.
Last year, Disney announced that they have an official partnership with Advent Health, and that's a really great thing for when you're on a vacation to Disney World. They can get you a doctor visit. If you don't want to see a doctor in person, you can do a virtual doctor session. You could be sitting in your hotel room on your hotel bed talking to a doctor if you don't feel well, if you need a prescription for something. They can even deliver the prescriptions to the hotel possibly, so you don't even have to leave. So there are a lot of good options. You do have to download the Advent Health app for that. You can find it in My Disney Experience. It'll take you there. All the information is there that you need. But also keep in mind,
we're in the future, guys.
We are in the future. It's wild.
This is the future. You guys remember when you had to go get your horse out from the stable and then ride it to the town to get the doctor to come to a house visit?
I mean, I had to ride my horse to school.
Yeah, and then sometimes he would want to just put leeches on me. Sometimes he would be like, listen, we just gotta... we gotta get those bad spirits out.
Those days are over, man. Now we can get them through the app.
And then people were super confused where we're like, oh, in order to cleanse the evil spirit, we have to burn sage. And I was like, no, don't burn me. It was great. I had a great time.
Jenny T said, bring extra bandages, blister bandages, gauze, ace wrap. Long story short, she had a medical issue. They figured it out, overnighted a care package. Glad to know that your mom is okay. Several people said cough medicine to bring. Other things like that that you're not going to think about that you might need in Disney World. Next little thing that you might forget to bring to Disney World, the correct charger or the correct things that you need to charge your phone.
A nightmare.
Extra charger block. Maybe you need a power strip in your hotel room to plug in all of your electronics. Jillian D said the correct charger with the emoji going like this. She said, I remembered I had to show them.
Everybody.
She said, I remembered my power bank, but forgot the correct cord to go with it. I had to find places in the park where I could sit and plug my phone in. I was so mad at myself. And then several people also said portable chargers as well. Because you will be using your phone when you're at Disney World.
I feel like maybe like 10, 15 years ago, we had all these home devices coming out, and it was like, I have so many devices. And then we got to a point where it was like, I have one device and it's my phone. But now we're going back to this time of having like a million different things. And of course, everything has a separate charger cord, which drives me crazy. And that's what happened to me. Like, I'll end up thinking that I've grabbed all the right cords, and I might have my portable charger or I might have a charging block, but I don't have that specific cord that goes to that specific input device. And it's just like so frustrating, because then you have to go and spend like $20-something on a tiny little plastic cord.
A hot tip right off the presses. This sounds like it's going to be a joke, but this is dead serious. When my brother and I used to do Disney, and I still kind of do this sometimes, he would always wear cargo pants to the park. Not that he typically wears like cargo pants, but you need a lot of pockets, okay,
yes,
for what I'm about to, for the hot tip. That's true. He does typically wear cargo pants. You need a lot of pockets. You need a lot of pockets for what I'm about to tell you. Power pants. This is what we always used to do.
Already.
The power
I hate
pants.
This so much.
You put a battery pack in every pocket and you run the cords through the belt loops. And then you have
goodbye.
Literally everything is being charged all the time. Literally, it was amazing. And I'd be like, "Hey, Jack, can I use the power pants?" And he'd be like, "Yeah," and get out the long cord so that then I could use the power from his pants. Which
not happening.
And anyway, a hot
This
tip.
is such
power
a Stanford
pants.
family thing. No, Quincy, that's like your family kind of thing.
It worked. Not a single device died. We had so many cords. Every correct cord was in those pants.
Were his legs like on fire? Like, was he hot?
No, because they were the zip away ones that you can zip away and turn them into shorts.
No, I mean like all those things charging. When something charges, it gets warm. Like all those battery packs on his legs.
Then you zip away the bottom of the
Quincy
pants.
didn't care.
And then
Quincy
it
said,
vents.
it's not my body. If he wants to be uncomfortable with those power banks, that's fine.
He was basically like a walking park bag. And now I just have 77 charging bricks in my bag that weigh 100 pounds and are getting really hot. Power pants.
No, 9 times out of 10, the three things you're talking about really, right, are you have your phone, 9 times out of 10 it's a watch, right, and then like headphones. They sell them everywhere on Amazon now. So it's this, and then you have your headphones, you put them here, and then you have your Apple Watch, you put that on top, and you put your phone here, and it charges all 3 things at the exact same time. So you have this, and literally I bring it with me everywhere. Anywhere when I travel, I bring it everywhere. And then I have all my charging things in one place, and then I bring an external charger when I have to leave. But that's it. 2 chargers, done.
We use the power packs that we use, a lot of us, are called Miyati portable charger power banks. They come in packs of 2 on Amazon. When you're buying a portable charger, you want to check out the milliamp hours, aka the acronym that says lowercase m, capital A, lowercase h, mAh. And we use the 20,000 mAh ones, and that can charge my phone multiple times with heavy use. So I like that one. It's a little pricier to get the higher mass, but worth it.
In general, there are a couple things that you might not realize that you need on a Disney vacation. Of course, you can buy things when you get to the parks. However, they are going to be expensive. So check out our website for actual packing lists, but few other things that we're just going to throw out very quickly. You need water bottle, possibly Ziploc baggies, sunscreen, that's important, earplugs, maybe for when you're sleeping, power strip, whatever you need to sleep. Some people need noise or whatever you need to sleep at night. Sharpie for autographs. Don't forget a pen, because those are going to be expensive when you buy them at Disney. Gum if you want it. You can't buy gum at Disney World. Laundry detergent, Tide pen, maybe some wrinkle release spray, waterproof phone pouch. Those are important because of those summer afternoon rainstorms. Any kind of portable fan, cooling towel, anti-chafe sticks. There you
Thank
go.
you, Quincy, for modeling.
Even if you need some snacks, you can bring food into the park. So you might want to stop by Walmart before you go on your trip, or reusable straws. So those are just a couple things that you might not think about that you might really want next time you're in Disney.
Now that we've talked about all these things that you probably should be bringing to the parks, I am going to let you know that a lot of our readers did say that they wish they had brought less when they came to Disney World. And
take that, Fry Bucket.
I can take that I understand that totally. Like, I used to be like the queen of overpacking. I wanted to have something for every contingency. Like, what if I don't know why I always am like, I need to bring a fancy outfit. For wherever I'm traveling to, I'm always like, what if I randomly have to go to a ball? So I always end up bringing...
You never know.
Exactly. What if it turns
know.
into a Lifetime movie? I meet a prince. He wants me to come to this gala. If I don't go, I'm losing out on this potential relationship. Like,
I'm on Hannah's train on this one. Listen, yet Lifetime movies are based off of real instances. Show me the lie.
exactly.
Literally, what you just said is the lie. I'm showing it to you. It's what you just said.
Excuse me. Literally, Prince William and Princess Catherine, they met in college, and then she became a princess.
It happens, Quincy.
Thank you.
It happens.
Not at Disney World.
You never know. There's celebrities there all the time.
Royal people go to Disney World
On
too.
their VIP tours.
So, they're still there.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is less is more. Both in terms
What I'm
of
trying to
just,
say
like,
is bring less so that you can bring your ball gown.
As your prince is passing the lightning lane reservations and like looking at you as your peasants, just wink at them and maybe they'll ask for your number. So
you end up packing all these things and then you don't use them. So one of the things you have to deal with that is you are toting around like a massive heavy suitcase for no reason. You might be paying baggage overweight fees, which is money you could be saving to spend on other things at Disney. And even if it has nothing to do with weight, if you stuff your suitcase full before you arrive, there's no space for souvenirs. So I recommend bringing like a separate bag that you're like, this is my souvenir bag, leaving a little room in your suitcase. And if it's a collapsible bag, bring it with you into the parks. You'll have a bag to put souvenirs into when you're there, and then that will just fit into your suitcase. And it's a good idea because Disney might be phasing out their plastic bags, so it could be good to get into the practice of bringing those bags with you into the parks. And we had a lot of people that were saying this. One of our readers, Sandy H, said that there were a ton of suggestions from Facebook that she had listened to, but then they didn't end up actually using those items. So definitely take a look at packing lists and see what is listed there. But before just like blindly following it, think about like what you would actually use and like what your family would need.
When I go to Disney World, I usually have like literally like if I'm staying for one night at a hotel, I have like a half full backpack. When I travel home for like 6 days, I bring a backpack. Like, I'm a notoriously light packer. Every time that I've gone on a multi-day media event or anything like that, I literally get there and Cassie and Fry are like, where are your bags?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't know
why,
how you did
why
that.
do you have 17 bags?
Yeah.
So I'm a notoriously light packer. In the parks, I'm a fanny pack kind of gal. I have that green bag that I wear everywhere that is the largest bag that I'm going to go in the parks. Just because I'm a chronic underpacker. I'm a fan of less stuff. I love forgetting things. I hate it, but I do it all the time, so you think I love it. And then having to buy them in the park, like my Pepto-Bismol the other night. So but I do agree that having less to carry is a massive
especially in the parks.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And you can really overdo it.
You don't want to be toting around all that stuff. And like Fry touched on a lot of those things. Like, I personally, if I were telling someone to pack a park bag, the things that I would recommend you bring as a bare minimum would be your sunscreen, your portable charger, a poncho, just like a little disposable poncho, not like a huge thing, your money, your phone, a cooling towel or neck fan, and a water bottle. And with water bottles, you can also save space by getting a collapsible one, or get a water bottle that has a loop on it and use a carabiner to clip it on the outside of your bag. Because water bottles can kind of take up a lot of space, and if you want to use kind of like one of those like side pouches that Quincy has, the water bottle couldn't easily take up like the entire bag. So if you just like clip it onto the outside, you can still have like access to it, but it won't be taking up all that space.
Here comes
It
anti-water bottle
sounds
Starkey.
like you're going camping. Literally everything you just said, you're like, here we go. I'm braving the wilderness. I've got everything.
What is
That
this?
everything
What
that I
is
could
this?
ever
That
want.
is Disney World. You do have to brave the wilderness in Disney
Whoa.
World.
Oh my.
Expect the unexpected.
No, that's
Sage,
what,
camping.
hold on. I know Sage's park bag list. Black sweatpants in the middle of June. A backwards hat. Also a bag sometimes. I don't know what's in it.
Listen,
but
this is a
it's
gender
probably
divide,
empty.
though. This is a gender divide. Men are used to just walking around, like, going at life without any sort of bags or anything because all they need is
It's
their phone
because
and their wallet.
It's because
going
they
at
have
life.
they have so
Come at
many
me,
Going at
life.
life.
I'm bagless and I'm
bags.
good to go.
because they have actual big pockets in their pants that they can put everything in their pockets.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
can't.
we don't get pockets.
I know that this is the second time I brought up cargo pants, but I do actually have a pair of cargo pants.
No,
They're
Quincy,
men's,
no.
they're men's
Quincy's
cargo pants.
family
Hold on.
is in cargo pants. Her family
There's
money
men-
is in cargo pants.
I
This is
never
all a ploy.
wore cargo pants to Disney, but I bought cargo pants so that I could look cool on the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Have you worn cargo
I have
pants?
like
Will you wear cargo pants?
Oh my gosh,
bought-
I'm literally putting two and two together. I've seen you in the cargo pants.
Yeah.
You've seen me in the cargo pants. I wore them so that I could look cool and spacey on Galactic Star
remember
Cruiser.
that.
And now I actually wear them semi-regularly. The problem is every time I wear them, someone asks me if I'm dressed as Kim Possible, and I'm not.
I was gonna say.
But
It's the red
I
hair.
have a lot of pockets,
It's the hair.
man. I have a lot of pockets. And I, like, honestly, the practicality. You know what you can do? You can just take a handful of goldfish and put it in one of the pockets. No one's
Oh
stopping
my
you.
gosh.
And then you
No,
have
this is
goldfish.
unacceptable.
That's like a 5-year-old kind of situation.
I support you, Quincy.
One time I did it with McDonald's fries.
Are you gonna eat your tots in your cargo pants right now?
I was gonna say.
My cargo tots, yeah.
Okay, so two things real quick. First things first. Next Mickey's Not So Scary, I'm thinking Kim Possible, Ron Stoppable. Just throwing that out there.
Yes.
Yes.
Second
will
thing.
you
Bucket can be Rufus.
I'm leaving.
It's just because you're small, you don't look like a naked mole rat.
Just,
Are you expecting me to get a bald cap?
A skin-colored, like, bodysuit
Unitard.
and a bald cap.
And like a
Unitard.
beanie or something.
And like a beanie.
No.
I'm
No.
And
in.
those fake bucket
And,
okay.
and nachos.
Back to useful information. Okay, so I will say though, I am the most I'm an uneven packer. Is what I'll say is that I bring so much in my suitcase for like outfits and like I bring a lot of like tech with me. Like I bring like both like 2 laptops, like this microphone, like just in case.
What are you
never
doing?
know.
Why?
I don't know.
Podcasting from the gates? Like,
You never listen. If you want your Prince Charming to pick you up Magic Kingdom, I want a podcaster to be like, hey, let's podcast something right now.
Let's
doesn't
podcast
matter.
right now.
This is literally how much stuff I have. In fact, my partner insists on bringing an entire second suitcase just to bring a huge box fan because that's how much she has to sleep. She needs a huge box fan in order to
Wow.
sleep. So we bring a full.
I kinda
it's a good thing
respect
you guys
that.
live there now.
Right, I know. We literally used to like no matter where we go, we're bringing this giant box fan. But inside the parks, I literally have all it is my headphones, a charger, and my phone, and literally that, and my keys, and that is it. I don't know why I have
I told
that.
you it's
that
empty.
bag. It is empty. But I'm such an underpacker, and for the longest time, I didn't even get the free water. I would just insist on buying smart water and just putting it in my bag.
What do you mean
again
for the
and again.
longest time? You still do that.
Yeah.
If Sage
Yeah,
is
you
like,
still do
anybody want
that.
waters, he comes back with smart waters and he's like, friends don't let friends drink Dasani. And then he hands
Well,
everyone a
that's true.
smart water bottle.
That's true.
There is a fine line between not forgetting important things and overpacking. And the middle ground is for you to figure out.
That's where we live. Middle ground.
You live here.
You figure it out.
Almost a fourth of our entire audience said this answer, and the answer was, you should bring more money. It's like,
Yeah.
Like anything else?
I wish.
Like you don't want to even talk about, like, wait, you want to be more specific?
Nope.
They said, nope. They said more money.
Nope.
Dina R, they just said more money. Kimberly T, more money. Was there in September. Prices are through the roof. Like, it's just more money. So, yes, we get it. Disney is expensive. In fact, like Disney and the theme park world is trying to call Disney a luxury theme park. I will say you pay for what you get. It's not like nothing against Knott's Berry Farm or anything like that, but like this is definitely
it's a different experience.
It is a fully different experience. So thoughts on calling it a luxury theme park?
I think that it might not offer what people would expect when you hear the words luxury theme park. The prices are 100% luxury prices. Like, there's no denying that. I was at, like, walking around for the scavenger hunt. I was walking around Grand Floridian, and I thought, oh, this might be a nice place to stay for my birthday next year. We'll do a Disney trip, just, like, stay somewhere nicer. And I was messaging my mom about it. She's like, yeah, like, maybe we could do that. And then I looked at the prices, and I was like, jokes? I 100% sympathize with the quarter of our audience who said bring more money, because it is expensive.
I think on average, and without doing research and without putting in the effort to spend reasonably at Disney, you're going to end up spending just a lot. The food is pricey, the hotels are pricey, park tickets are pricey. However, Disney can still be done reasonably. It takes work. It takes checking out all of the information you can on AllEars.net. It takes maybe getting a travel agent from Small World Vacations and letting them know your budget. It's tricky, but it is possible to do it reasonably. One of the big ways to help with what Hannah is talking about is through hotel discounts. So though Disney is doing fewer discounts than they have in the past, they do still regularly do hotel discounts. Sometimes it's for annual pass holders, sometimes it's for Florida residents, and sometimes it's just for anybody. And it can be up to 30% off, sometimes even more if things are really wild, but it can be like 30% off on your hotel stay. So if you do get a hotel discount, those typically come at the less expensive time of year because they're trying to drive up occupancy in the hotels. So you're already looking at the lower range of hotel prices. The absolute cheapest time of the year to book a hotel in Disney World is the end of January and most of February. Okay? That's when the prices are going to bottom out.
It's also the coolest time of year.
It's also the coolest time of year, and it's also the coolest time of year.
No.
I'll also throw in there, one of the discounts that you can get is also with military. Every time that I've gone to Disney, I've gone with my parents. My parents are both retired military. We always get the discounted park tickets with the military tickets. You do have to go and pick them up from Shades of Green, which is a military resort that's affiliated with Disney. So just keep in mind that you're gonna have to kind of trek over there to get that, to be able to get your park tickets. But they have that. Disney also does discounts on their own resorts for military members, and the military discounts kind of change sometimes. So you can also keep an eye on that to see what specials they're running, and you can get a really good discount on there. Plus, it also works for other people in your party. As long as one person is present when you go to pick up the tickets and has a valid military ID, you can get that military price on all the tickets. And that's an awesome way to save money.
Yeah, and to keep an eye out for these special offers, whether you do fit into one of those groups or you are just looking for a general special offer, which they do regularly. They have rounds of special offers they do throughout the year that can get you cheaper hotels or park tickets. So keep an eye out for it. But if you're looking for those, you want to go to the special offers tab on the Disney website. You want to check it regularly, even after you've booked. Now, even easier than that, just sign up for the AllEars newsletter. Shameless plug. We will literally send you. We will literally send you when a new offer that could be relevant comes in. The big offers are always big headliners for us. We want to make sure that you guys aren't overspending on your Disney trip. It's really important to us that everyone has a really good vacation, and that means not overspending. So those will come out. If you have already booked, you can get a discount applied to your vacation. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to call on your existing vacation, call the Disney line, and let them know that you've seen the new deal and you would like to rebook your vacation under that deal, and the cast members will be happy to help you. So if you see a deal come out, don't be like, oh, if I only would have waited a week to book. Call and get that money knocked off. We've literally had readers save over $1,000 just by catching the right deal at the right time. It is significant, super significant. I'm getting down off my soapbox.
I was gonna say you're passionate. I love that about this. Let's go, baby. Passionate about your
it's
prices.
so much money.
Quincy knows the hotels. She's stayed in almost every one. So if you have a hotel question, Quincy knows. Absolutely.
So above hotels and ticket prices, but there are plenty of ways you can save money in the parks. And in fact, Emma and I recently just went to Magic Kingdom. We did a whole no spend day, and we talked about all the free things that you can do throughout the park. So one of my favorite things that you can do throughout the parks really is just these these free activities that you can do almost at every single park that don't require any additional money. You're not spending anything insane. Like like one of my favorite things, which Emma and I just did for the first time, which neither of us had ever done before, was Treasure of the Seven Seas at Magic Kingdom, which is like a scavenger hunt. That's no additional money. That takes you throughout Adventureland. It's like a Jack Sparrow scavenger hunt.
I love the little informational areas in the World Showcase in Epcot. Like those little hidden places, and you can go and learn. I think those are really underrated and are just super fun.
Also at Epcot, for every festival that they are going to have a festival scavenger hunt, whether that's finding eggs in every pavilion or finding Remy or Olaf, whatever it is. You do have to pay to get those boards, but if you just want to walk around this showcase and just find them for free, you can totally do that. You can make a game out of it. Or just going around talking to cast members, asking them where they're from, what they like the most about Disney World. I've gone to many cast members and been like, what's your favorite place to eat? And then they might tell you a new place that you've never been to before. You know, there's just so many things that you can do at Disney World that don't cost money.
All right, Quincy, now you may speak.
Thank you. I really love the Wilderness Explorer game at Animal Kingdom, which is certainly geared towards kids. It definitely is. But around the park, there are Wilderness Explorer stations, and you get your Wilderness Explorer pamphlet, and then you get stickers that are the Wilderness Explorer badges. And as you're doing it, you get to learn a lot about conservation and animals and the natural environment, and talk to a lot of cast members, and you go all over Animal Kingdom. And I think that's super fun. With these activities being free, it also means that it's something really fun to do that does not involve you waiting in a really long line or paying for Genie Plus to skip a very long line.
This is just a pro tip, because I literally do it no matter what vacation I'm on, because something we never talk about how expensive it is we always talk about the prices of getting into the park and hotels, but the food can get expensive too. And I always do this now, and because everything is so available because of your phone, DoorDash, Shipt, whatever, you can have groceries delivered to your hotel room. And if you don't want to spend, money for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the parks, you can actually have groceries delivered to you. And then again, Emma and I did this just because we did a no spend day. We packed our lunches, and we had this really nice picnic on the hub grass at Magic Kingdom. It was, and we watched.
Picnicking
it was so, and we
so
watched
fun.
Friendship Fair. Oh my god, we loved it so much. Yeah. So that's another just hot tip. But overall, the parks can get extremely expensive, but there are definitely ways to get around that. You can free activities, making sure you are booking your park tickets and your hotel reservations at the right time, and also follow AllEars.net in order to get the hot scoop, the hot tip. Everybody, hot tip. 1, 2, 3.
Hot tip.
Hot tip.
Hot tip. You guys sounded so
Okay,
sad.
all right.
I thought we were all doing it.
doing that.
I thought we were all doing it at the same time,
Yeah.
and then I was the only one that did it, and I was like,
Me
"Oh,
too.
I'm not a singer."
no, that really didn't work at all. Well, want more info for your next trip? Do a search on AllEars.net for anything Disney or Universal and get results that will blow you away. Be sure to like and subscribe, and most important, join the All Ears community by following us on social media at AllEars.net. Have some thoughts the cast missed? Let us know down in the comments. This is Chris for AllEars.net. See you next time.